Hey everyone, we're going to express g of f and f of g if they exist as sets of ordered pairs. This is our first problem and this is our second problem. Okay, the first problem, I actually had some typos here, so I just changed it up. So here it is. And what you want to do is let's write it like this first. So if we write this first one and rewrite it as g f of x. Now when we're looking at an ordered pair, and we're going to start with the inner function. So if we have x, then f of x is your y. So for example, we have 1, 4. So 1 and then f of x would be 4 for this one. That's how that would work. This is your x and this is your y. All right, so basically what you want to do is start with your inner function, and we want to write 1, and that's what we're starting with. So basically, our f of x is 4. Okay, so you're going to write g of 4. And then g of 4 is 6, because this is your x. So g of 4 is 6. In that case, you have 4 comma 6. And your g of x is 6. So that's 6. Then what you do, the next step, is to copy down your x again. And you do that again. So we know that f of x is 5, because that's your y. Then we want g of 5. Well, g of 5 is 1, so 1 goes here. And then the next step is copy down your x. You always do your inner function first. And then that's going to be negative 3. So f of x is negative 3. So then you do g of negative 3 and go to negative 3 for g, and you get negative 10. So that's your set of ordered pairs for that one. Now they want you to also do f of g. So this one would be like f of g of x. For this one, your inner function is g. So what I usually do for g, I'm just going to write my x's. So that's going to be 5 comma something, 4 comma something, and then negative 3 comma something. That's your inner function. And then you proceed as we did before, and you could probably go a little faster. So we go to g of 5 is 1. So g of x is 1. So now we do f of 1. F of 1 is 4. Now we want f of g. This should have been a g of 1. So now we have g of 4 is 6. And then you go to f, and f is going to be negative 3. Let me do this. So this is negative 3. All right, and then we have negative 3. So g of negative 3 is negative 10. Then you go to negative 10, or not. Why do I have a negative 10? Let me make sure I wrote this right. This is supposed to be positive 10. All right, so that's positive 10. Then you go to 10, and that maps to 5. All right. I'm just, again, sorry for this, should have been a positive 10. And that's how you do that. All right, so let's go to the second set. This set's written correctly, and we want to do g of f. So that's g f of x. So what you want to do is write down your inner function first. So write down your x's. Whoops, just the x's. Now, we look at 3. So f of x for 3. So look at f, this is your inner function, of 3 is 8. Then you go to g of 8. So G of 8 is 10. Now go to 2. So G, F of, I should have did F. F of 2 is 5. So now we want to do G of 5. G of 5 maps to 9. Or that's your value there, 9. All right, next, 4. So we want, we're doing F. 4 maps to negative 5. And negative 5 maps to 3. So 4, if X is 4, then your Y is going to be negative 5. And G of negative 5 is 3. You're looking at this one. And finally, you have 9. So we go 9 is 3. So 9, your F of X would be 3, and G of 3. So you look for G of 3, and we don't have one. So for this one, it says if they exist, this does not exist for that one, because we don't have anything to map to the 9. We don't have a Y value to go with the 9. Okay, let's try the other way. So now we're going to do F of G. And so that's going to be F of G of X. Now you want to copy down all your X's for G. So that would be 9, negative 5, 5, 8, and 1. I'll fix it later. All right. So now we want to start with 9 for our G. That maps to 2. So that's going to be 2. F of 2 equals F of 2 equals 5. So 5 goes here. All right. Now let's do negative 5. So we're at G of X. So G of negative 5 is 3. So F of 3 maps to 8. So we have that one. Now the next one is 5. So G again of 5 is 9. So this equals 9. Do F of 9. F of 9 equals 3. All right, next one is 8. So G of 8 is 10. So we want F of 10. And I look on here and I do not have a 10. And so since we don't have a 10, this one does not exist. And you can just stop there. So both of these do not exist. And but it was good practice for finding the composition of functions as sets of ordered pairs. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.